wants to kill himself in the belly of the woods, but nobody wants to help him. He helps them all feel understood. And when the ghosts come out at midnight, he has to burden all that weight and the chains of deprivation, remove all hope of meditation. He has to live with all that pain. Day, he finds the nicest place to rest, wipes away a couple hair strands before he puts himself to bed. It's a never-ending process, the feeling that you aren't yourself. And no ray of light or ocean with a commotion. He has to live with every hell. Tried to leave me, once by the bottle, and once by the sword, and twice just by cheating. I'll pick up the pieces you don't see them, but I'll keep dreaming of a fixed love. I remember a time when we spoke. Now I hold you so close, but to you I'm a ghost. Years I've cherished to you are unknown. How am I supposed to know when you're drinking alone? I worry about the dog when you forget to feed him. And what do I say or explain to the youngest closed when your arms are bleeding. Yeah, we all still see you, know what you do, but I'll still pull through and stay with you. I remember a time when we spoke. Now I hold you so close, but to you I'm a ghost. Years I've cherished to you are unknown. How am I supposed to know when you're drinking alone? And honey, I just want you to know that I can't understand. But I hope you feel like I feel when I'm holding my hand in your hand. I just wanna know where we stand. Got out the albums and I see you smiling. Just for a moment you were happy again, and inside I'm dying. Put away the photos, hang up your clothes. I call this our home, but you're not here. I remember a time when we spoke. Now I hold you so close, but to you I'm a ghost. Years I've cherished to you are unknown. How am I supposed to know when you're drinking alone?
Well, I tried quite a few times.
Why did you try so persistently to take your own life?
I was just desperate, and I couldn't face things that had come up. So I thought the easy way out was to take pills and it would be all over. That's what I did.
On my journeys of these lands, I met an Appalachian man. He tells me stories of the night, tales of things you've never seen except in nightmares and dreams, and of visitations of the other side. Say don't go out by yourself on
bring a jar of liquor with them. Make music all night long. Bang your guitar pedals all night long.
With me when I shot that gun. The devil was with me when I hit my son. The devil was with me when I shot that stag. The devil was with me when I wore my tags. And I don't wanna know what you saw, but I remember each word that I draw. The devil's with me when I have to yell. The devil's with me when I harm myself. The devil is with me when I smoke my six. The devil is with me when my dog gets kicked. And I don't wanna know what you heard, but I know that I'll get what I deserve. Now I know I can't fix everything. Maybe a man, but I'm not a king. This mirror fills a million pieces of this question, but I decide to let it, and I remove a piece a second.
man to get killed, maybe by your hand?
I wouldn't nobody worry about me if I got killed or anything. So I don't worry about anybody else.
This is
If I'd killed him, it'd just been another death to me, is all.
17 guns are pointed at my head, and if one pops, I'll surely meet my end. They'll send me down the river full of bullet holes and liquor, 'cause heaven knows God wants to see me dead. One is for the cocaine I've been dealing, two is for the cocaine I've consumed, three is for the taxes spent on gambling, and four is for the marriages I've doomed. 17 guns are pointed at my head, and if one pops, I'll surely meet my end. They'll send me down the river full of bullet holes and liquor, 'cause heaven knows God wants to see me dead. 5 is for the pink slips I've been stealing, 6 is for the blood stains on my gloves, 7 is for hurting my mother's feelings, and 8 is for my father's grave I dug. 17 guns are pointed at my head, and if one pops, I'll surely meet my end. They'll send me down the river full of bullet holes and liquor, 'cause heaven knows God wants to see me dead. 9 is for the affairs I've been causing, 10 is for the debts I've left unpaid, 11 is for the outlaws I'm outdrawing, and 12 for breaking free from ball and chain, and 13's for burning my native flag, and 14's for stealing countless money bags, and 15's for a not so subtle brag, and 16 for my face. Seventeen's a bullet in my chamber, and like the others pointed at my head, and as I'm looking down that iron barrel, it's the only one I fear I might regret. 17 guns are pointed at my head, and if one pops, I'll surely meet my end. They'll send me down the river full of bullet holes and liquor, 'cause heaven knows God wants to see me. Heaven knows God wants to see me. Heaven knows God wants to see me dead. Gotta feel fulfilled today. No more time to sit and play. Pull your bootstraps up your legs. Gonna fill that position. No more fun, I gotta be a beacon of society. Money doesn't grow on trees. Gotta live the dream when Uncle Sam takes out his hand. You better pay or he'll take everything he can. Please understand, it's for your land. The land that was made for you and me. Offers come and then they go. Someone else will fill your role. How they choose, I'll never know. Gonna fill that position. Sitting at computer screens, resume almost complete. Press some buttons, then we wait. Gonna fill that position. After application sent, never hearing back from them. Wonder if it's even read. I can't just give up yet when Uncle Sam takes out his hand. You better pay or he'll take everything he can. Please understand, it's for your land. The land that was made for you and me. Not a penny to your name, still applying in your grave, hoping they will pick your face. Gonna fill that position.
That I were talking to a man that would be called a middle income man. He had a farm, he had his own house, and I was working trying to help some poor people. And he told me that He said, you can't help them people. And I said, why can't you help them? He said, they won't help themselves. He said, they won't work. I said, how do you know that these people won't work? He said, because I can't get them to work for me. And I said, how much are you offering to pay these poor people? He said, $4 a day. And I said, $4 a day from sunup till sundown on the farm? He said, yes, that's right. I said, hell, that's slave labor. No wonder nobody won't work for you.
One more excuse to pave over trees, see the deer run and hear their screams, eradicate the bumblebee. Flowers die, oligarchs sing, the oil barons' pockets clink, the bells on registers will ring. We're so ahead of everything, so far ahead we don't have to think. All we need is one more lane, one more lane should fix this problem. Too much noise in the world today, gotta pave the road, gotta dig those fossils, obey industrial kings, and let's get rid of everything alive. Machinery, a field on a projection screen. What you see is reality. We'll start to forget everything. All we need is one more lane should fix this problem. Too much noise in the world today, gotta pave the way, gotta dig those fossils, obey industrial kings, and let's get rid of everything alive. Noise in the world today, gotta pave the way, gotta dig those fossils, obey industrial kings, and let's get rid of everything. All we need is one more lane should fix this problem. Too much noise in the world today, gotta pave the way, gotta dig those fossils, obey industrial kings, and let's get rid of everything alive.
Enormously attracted by trees. All my works is full of trees. I suppose I have actually in some simple-minded form of longing actually would like to. I should have liked to be able to make contact with a tree and find out what it feels about things.
He sits in his chair in the damp, musty air, and the scent is non-anal and meek. He looks towards the spot where his wife used to knit as they sat and watched cable TV. Plays chess with himself and he sips his 12-ounce of his finest store-bought daiquiri. Play someone else, but his days of poor health only hear from his kids once a week. So he looks towards the table at his old picture frames. He sees his old friends and remembers when they sang. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. He ain't gonna jump no more. Goes to the closet and pulls out his boxes of medals and army fatigues. Reads through his letters, all ink smudged and scattered, about conditions in Normandy. Found pictures of wartime and pictures of peacetime and plenty of old magazines. And under some bags hid a group of dog tags that belonged to his old company. Placed in his hand, he read out the name of an old friend he lost long before his old age. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. He ain't gonna jump no more. The days blend together, his health won't get better, but his mind sees the world like a child. All of his prospects and material objects don't act as they used to beguile. The clock has no power, there's no use for its hours as it sits as a slumbering dial. Drifts off to dream, but his mind is at ease as he hears several voices compiled. Sees several faces he almost forgot, and he takes his first step and the choir takes off. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. He ain't gonna jump no more.
And then nowadays, I am so upset that the things we did and the things we fought for and the boys that died for it, it's all gone down the drain. Our country's gone to hell in a handbasket. We haven't got the country we had when I was raised. Not at all. Nobody will have the fun I had. Nobody will have the opportunity I had. It's just not the same. And that's not what our boys, that's not what they died for.
I have a dark figure over me, promising fortune and gold, fame and reassurance.
2 hands and no face and 2 legs.
He has no face. Why has he no face?
Because he's a spirit.
somebody else very poor.
I have wondered sometimes about that. Wondered why some people who apparently have very good ability, work hard, and still never seem to make success of anything they do. Factors there that are not too well recognized. One thing, if a man is going to make success, he has to start with something that's possible for him to do. If he has an impossible objective, well, then he's not going to be successful.
Well, when I was a kid, about the age of 12, I used to know some guys who, right after the bell, would go around picking on kids who were smaller than them. They'd knock the books right out of their hands, they'd sneak up behind them, and they'd pull down their pants, just boys being boys that would eventually turn into men. Well, I wasn't exactly the biggest of guys, and as much as I'd like to go and try, I could never get those big kids to be my friend. And as we got old, the habits stuck. I see them driving their massive trucks, getting anything they want, all over again. Said you're never gonna beat another man like him. You can see it in his smile that he's settle down with an ice-cold bottle of beer. But as I'm trying to sit and enjoy my time, across the room I can hear the cries of a woman struggling to put up with a man with a beard. And as he yells and pushes her around, I get out of my seat and told him get out of town. I don't ever want to see your face again around here. But before my sentence was even complete, his fist locked with my jaw and into my teeth. He said, "Who do you think you are?" And he called me a queer. Said you're never gonna beat another man like him. You can see it in a smile that he's always gonna win. A man of his size doesn't have to think when your fists do everything. I thought I'd go to a football game, I'd cheer for my team while sipping my drink, when things started getting rowdy across the stands. There stood two large men supporting different teams. One pushed the other and spilled beer on his jeans, and before you knew it, the two had started throwing hands. People tried to retreat away from their seats while the men disregarded everything but their teams, completely ignoring and unaware of where their hits would land. One swung over a woman and yanked out her hair. The other tripped over a kid on top of his chair. And one swing and a miss knocked out a 90-year-old fan. Said you're never gonna beat another man like him. You can see it in a smile that he's always gonna win. A man of his size doesn't have to think when your fists do everything.
Yeah, Rocky's gonna rub you out, see? Get me my shoes. Yes, sir. I'm gonna tear you to ribbons. I'm gonna mow you down. Hand me my shirt. I'm gonna rip you to bits. Give me my tie. Oh, I'm gonna...
Imaginative at the age of 3, she would look up at a static TV and she'd think of all the cool things she'd seen and which celebrity she'd grow up to be. Now she works long nights and wonders if she'd been just a little harder on herself, she'd feel more complete. Cause the life she's led ain't a life to lead. Yeah, she gets admired by the wrong company. Dreadful days and harder nights, she sure gets lonely sometimes. Her paycheck, cigarettes and wine. Amelia Rose is losing time. On stage and she shakes her ass, and the hounds bark violently and throw all their cash. Yeah, she's hoping that she can bring home a stack while the lights are dim and the music blasts. When she gets back home and the room is black, she pours some wine and starts up the bath. When she looks in the mirror and tugs on a lash, the face she sees is not the one from her past. Dreadful days and harder nights, she sure gets lonely sometimes. Her paycheck, cigarettes and wine. Amelia Rose is losing time. You might not run real fast, but you can chase your dreams. You can put on a show and a smile, but cry behind the scenes. And the trees that grew up with you, high streets, but your heart still beats. Dreadful days and harder nights, she sure gets lonely sometimes. Her paycheck, cigarettes, and wine. Amelia Rose is losing time. about a mile from town. I picked a stick up off the ground and knocked that fair girl down. She fell down on her bended knee, for mercy she did cry. Oh Willie dear, don't kill me here, I'm unprepared to die. She never spoke another word, I only beat her more, until the ground around me within her blood did pour. I took her by her golden curls, I drug her round and round, throwing her into the river that flows through Knoxville town. Go down, you Knoxville girl with the dark and rolling eyes. Go down, you Knoxville girl, you can never be my bride. I started back to Knoxville, got there about midnight. My mother, she was worried and woke up in a fright, saying, "Dear son, what have you done to bloody your close soul?" I told my anxious mother I was bleeding at my nose. I called for me a candle to light myself to bed. I called for me a handkerchief to bind my aching head. Rolled and tumbled the whole night through, as troubles was for me, like flames of hell around my bed and in my eyes could see. They carried me down to Knoxville and put me in a cell. My friends all tried to get me out, but none could pay my bail. I'm here to waste my life away down in this dirty jail, because I murdered that Knoxville girl